Few outside the Albion camp are giving the Baggies any chance of staying up after 5 league defeats on the spin. West Brom go into the Leicester match 8 points from safety. But Pardue says his players are not listening to the naysayers and still believe they can avoid relegation. I'd like to think it can help us because that inner resolve to prove people wrong is a great driver and I know it drives me, Pardue said. If it doesn't drive the players then really and truly they shouldn't be sports people. They look as if they want to prove a few people wrong. But we need a win. The criticism aimed at Pardue has been particularly scathing, having only fashioned 1-1 in 15 Premier League games. Pardue has felt every word of it and hopes to channel the negativity in the right way. You have pride in what you do and dignity in the way you handle yourself, whether you are a manager or a footballer, he said. Or if you are not in the team, whatever you are doing, the result reflects on everybody. So it's a huge responsibility to carry that burden, but that's part of being a sportsman. If they haven't got that drive then I should look elsewhere in my squad. It isn't just Pardue who is offended by Albion's desperate current predicament. The squad is littered with experienced internationals and a handful of players who have won major honors. Players who do not want a relegation on their CVs. It would be stupid to say the players have not got a reaction to some of the hurt they've suffered, Pardue said. Some of it is self-inflicted, as we know, which we won't go over. 3 of our next 4 games are at home. Our season is going to be defined by our home form and our last 2 games in front of our home fans have been poor, probably the worst under me. But there was a much improved performance at Watford. We have got to take that into our home games because that's where our destiny probably lies. Team news. West Bromwich Albion striker Daniel Sturridge is not expected to return until the end of the month. Sturridge has only played 77 minutes since joining West Brom on loan from Liverpool. He pulled up with a hamstring injury in the 3-0 defeat at his former club Chelsea last month and has not been seen since. The England international had targeted the Leicester game for a return, but Baggies boss Alan Pardue said the 28-year-old would not be back until the game against Burnley on March 31st. He is getting closer, Pardue said. But we think he will probably miss Bournemouth, which is a shame, but the game after the international break he should be good to go. That will give us a chance to put some work into him, so that is probably his schedule. For a long time this team has struggled to score goals from open play. I brought Daniel in to correct that and he's played 3 games. That window is sometimes difficult. Islam Slimani hasn't played for Newcastle. We're hoping Daniel gets fit and becomes a real asset to us, but we've got to do it ourselves first. Listen to our latest podcast. If we can get ourselves a win, or 4 or 6 points from the next 2 games, that's going to make betting him back into the team so much easier. So really that's my focus more than Daniel. Hal Robson-Kanu is back, which is a bonus for us. Sturridge has only managed 77 minutes of football for Albion, but they've come at a substantial cost for the Premier League's bottom club. He is yet to complete a full match in 6 appearances for Alan Pardue's side, and the full reported cost of Sturridge's loan switch make for grim reading for Albion fans who hoped he could stay fit and have a positive impact. The club are footing the entirety of his £120,000 a week wage packet and also agreed to pay Liverpool a £2 million loan fee, reports the Daily Star. That equates to just shy of £26,000 per minute on the pitch and £433 per second. J. Rod responds. West Bromwich Albion forward J. Rodriguez will contest his Football Association charge for the alleged racist abuse of Brighton and Hove Albion defender Keaton Bong. Rodriguez has submitted his appeal against the FA's misconduct charge, as he aims to avoid a 5-match ban. Rodriguez is understood to have included character statements from players and managers at several Premier League clubs in addition to his own as part of his submission, as well as evidence from a lip reader testifying that he did not use words attributed to him by Bong, reports The Times. The incident between Rodriguez and Bong happened during Albion's 2-0 victory over the Seagulls earlier this year, and the FA announced they would be charging the Baggies forward last week, saying he used abusive and/or insulting words which included a reference to ethnic origin and/or color and/or race. The 28-year-old was left stunned by the FA's decision to charge him and is determined to clear his name. His fate will be decided by a 3-person independent disciplinary panel. West Brom released a statement after the incident backing their player, which said, Albion remain fully supportive of Jay Rodriguez after he was charged by the FA following an incident during the club's Premier League victory over Brighton. Richard Garlick, Albion's Director of Football Administration, said, as a club we remain fully supportive and committed to backing Jay. Throughout this process, jailed ex-West Bromwich Albion winger Yassine El Ghanessi has been jailed for driving offences. The winger was a flop at Albion and struggled to make any impact. After signing on a season-long loan from Ghent in 2012, he went on to have similar bad experiences at Heerenveen, Al Ain, but recently has had success at Stade Ostend. He currently plays for Nantes in France. The 27-year-old has fallen foul of the law after having a string of motoring offences. The Sun reports that he was caught breaking the speed limit in Ostend last June. A court heard that it was his 15th driving offence and the judge presiding decided to dish out a 2-year driving ban and a 6-month prison sentence. Full details of the court case here. Ghanessi recently spoke of his off-field problems in an interview with Sport Football magazine. He stated, I almost became a homeless person, a football tramp. I took every 2 or 3 days off, especially when I was without a club. Then you get up at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you feel bad and you need to forget how far you've fallen. I have squandered much. When I look at my bank account and see that half of it is gone, I have sworn. What have I done? Why have I gone there? Why do I pay it? Why do I give this guy money? You know very well that people are not going to pay you back. Always the same stupidities, day and night.